Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Cologne Podcast.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Ryan.
We're just two best friends. We're going on a fragrance journey. We're smelling beautiful fragrances recommended by our listeners of the podcast and giving uneducated opinions.
That's right. Today's a listener request.
That is correct. We're checking out Myrrh Tonka by Joe Malone from London.
Yeah, we got this person. They didn't leave a name. They want to be mysterious.
Yes.
They like a little mystery in their life. Well, there's no mystery here. They bought us 4 coffees. Hey, thank you so much. That really does mean a lot to us. And this someone said, enjoy you guys so much. I'm one of your female listeners. Would love to hear a Joe Malone review. Maybe Myrrh Tonka? Happy emoji? Well, guess what? There's 2 goofy emojis right now ready to smell this thing and give you our uneducated opinion on it.
Yes. In fact, let me give you the educated opinion of Firefly SF from Fragrantica, right?
All right, let's hear it.
She says, too strong, too warm, and too masculine for me. Even though I love dark amber and ginger lily and oud and bergamot, those 2 work great with my pH.
Good God.
That's it.
That person has to be a female that wrote that review.
Yeah.
Men just don't, we're not that smart when we're like, my pH balance is working with the pheromones of this fragrance.
It is a lady. She has her picture as her avatar, pretty lady with purple hair.
Well, hey, pretty lady with the purple hair. So here we go. We're going to smell it. But first, before we do, we got to give you guys our one night stand review of
Layton Exclusif by Parfums de Myrrh.
All right, Todd, hit the sellout music.
Yeah. One night stand review.
Well, Ryan, after selling out and laying down in that beautiful stable, what do you think of Layton Exclusif by Parfums de Myrrh?
It was funny when we were watching the episode come together in the editing room, standing behind Todd, because we have to micromanage him. If we don't, he's just sitting there spliffing blunts or something. I don't know what he does.
That's right, wearing his upside down visor and looking like Jamie Kennedy.
When we were watching it come together, I was like, I love how much we kind of praise it, and then we're just like, yeah, we're skipping it.
You definitely went hard on it. The one thing I said was, with Parfums de Myrrh, because their fragrances do last a while, and they're very rich and potent, that the proof would be in the dry down of the fragrance.
Yeah.
So I thought that even though we got our first little 20-minute dance with it, that we should keep an eye for the rest of the day. And what I noticed is it did kind of dry down into more of a Layton vibe.
But really soft and subdued.
Yeah, more soft throughout the day. I'm not saying we got less performance, but what I'm saying is if you're wanting Layton, then just get Layton, because they last about the same as far as life goes of it, and I prefer the experience of Layton over Layton Exclusif.
Exact same feelings. I felt like there was a couple times, I know I was talking to Mike and I was like, does this smell a little bit like Encore Noir with a little bit of pepper on it, maybe? Yeah. It was very kind of subtle, and then I was like, man, that's still a great fragrance that me and Mike haven't bought, and it's only 20-something bucks, but all to say, I really didn't enjoy this one. At first, I kind of did.
Yeah.
But then it really kind of, I don't know.
Again, if it was a different brand with a different name, I think we would have given it a little more slack. But because it was PDM and it was a Layton flanker, and Layton is an incredible fragrance that deserves some hype. And because of that, I think we went in overhyped, expecting more out of the fragrance than it promised to deliver.
Kind of makes you think if companies shouldn't make flankers. For me, I know you were saying the other day, well, hey, there's been some flankers that are really good, and that's true. But I feel like majority of the time, flankers just don't work.
I think you make a flanker if people are asking for, like if they made a Luna Rosa Carbon Intense, I would try that.
But see, we've had some that have been called Intense, and they're like, this is weaker.
Yes, I need to double check, but I could have sworn that Luna Rosa Carbon is a EDT.
Yeah.
If they offered an EDP, I'd be excited to try it.
Yeah.
But there was really nothing about Layton that I was like, man, I really wish I had a stronger Layton.
Yeah, because it is strong.
It is strong. Yeah. I get great performance out of it, and the longevity goes for a minute.
Yeah.
And every time I wear it, people are like, you smell incredible.
Nobody gave us a single compliment.
No.
And I'm the guy that gets the compliments.
That one girl was extra nice to us.
Yeah, she was.
But didn't mention the fragrance at all.
But she was just doing her job. She was working at the windshield place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And by the way, we got an email. That's our one night stand review.
Yeah. Okay. So the one night stand review stays.
Yeah.
It's a skip for us, but you should give it a sample. If you like Layton, but you feel like it's a little too sweet, you may like Layton Exclusive.
There you go. And we got an email. I'm coming in hot.
He's coming in hot.
This person dunked on us so hard.
Yeah.
A gentleman named Michael.
Yeah. You want me to read it?
Yeah, read it. I love this email. I do actually love it.
Yeah. Ryan got his feelings hurt by the email.
I was slinging shit everywhere.
He told me how to respond, and I responded a completely different way. Okay, here's what Michael said. He said, hey, I'm a fan of the podcast, and I've listened to every episode, but I've got to say the fragrances you've reviewed this season have disappointed me. They are all hyped fragrances by YouTube fragrance reviewers whose practices you've claimed to dislike. You call out the Fragrantica trending line, but why do you think they're trending? Because they're showing up on top 10 lists. Try reviewing things that haven't already been reviewed to death. And then he said, indie houses like Olympic Orchids January scent.
Okay, first off, really appreciate the email. I actually do like the email. I'm glad this person has some clackers on them to write us and say, you know what? You guys are a couple of flunky-ass phonies, and y'all copy everybody. You do top 10s, you do Netflix and chills.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing is, and I responded, Ryan was like, you should give him a little bit of shit. But instead, I just said, hey, thanks for the feedback. Yeah. And you're right. We should include more obscure fragrances in the future.
I do think there's a little problem, though, with it.
Okay.
Just going to voice it out.
Hit it.
We genuinely, and we just said this, I think, last episode or at least a couple episodes ago, me and Mike are totally tuned out from the YouTube crowd. We don't look at anything. Yeah. So I don't know what's trending right now, what they're talking about.
So when we had our little crisis of belief moment.
Yes. In season 1.
In season 1, we pretty much stopped after that point.
Yeah, we haven't watched anything really.
Because we realized what you guys really liked about the podcast was that it really had nothing to do with what was going on YouTube. Mm-hmm. It was completely segregated from it. And so for us, we were going to keep it that way.
Yeah.
And a part of it was we had to stop comparing the content we were putting out towards what we thought the fragrance community was putting out.
Yeah.
And because we kept seeing this dissonance between our content and the content being put out on YouTube and thinking that was an issue, all you guys came to our defense and said, hey, no issue. We love it. Keep doing it. So that's what we did. We stopped consuming that content.
Yeah, we have stopped completely. Nothing against any of those people. Congrats to all those people that work hard and everything and do that, because I know it's hard, but we just don't pay attention to it. Here's the other catch. So the person that wrote this, I hope you understand, and I mean this in a nice way, everything to us is new.
Right.
This is why it's a journey. We haven't smelled any of this.
It's true. And to be fair, we tried Luna Rosa Black because we really loved Luna Rosa Carbon.
Yes.
And we tried Layton Exclusif because we really loved Layton.
Yes. And the funny thing is we had both of these for quite a while, especially Luna Rosa Carbon. We had that for 3 or 4 months.
All that to say, you are right, though.
Yeah.
We do need to do a little bit more diligence in finding more obscure fragrances.
Yeah.
But that being said, if you write in and you ask for a fragrance like today and like next episode, which we're going to do another listener request, we're going to do that. If you write in, you ask for a fragrance, you're going to get it. So if you want our opinion on one of these top 10, make her sweaty for you.
Yeah.
Write us in and ask us, and we are going to check it out, and we don't care what Michael thinks.
Yeah, and also Michael, or people like Michael that wants to review some really obscure stuff that we probably don't know about. So keep that in mind.
99% guarantee we are not going to know about it.
Yeah, so write us and let us know. Put us in the direction to go and get it, and we'll go get it.
The way that things have shifted in this podcast is now the only way we hear about new stuff is if you write in, because we've gotten busy with our day job and we're not consuming fragrance community content. So the only way we find out about new stuff is from you guys. So it's on your shoulders.
All right.
We blame you.
Michael, for real, from the bottom of my heart personally, thank you for seriously writing that email. I know it's probably tough writing people that you really do, I don't want to say you're a fan of, but that you enjoy their content.
Yeah.
And then you feel like they're making a shift that you don't really appreciate. Honestly, kudos to you for having the balls to write us and tell us, hey, check your shit at the door and make sure you're doing the right thing. So thank you.
100%. And for that reason, we are headed into our listener request fragrance of the day,
Myrrh Tonka
by Joe Malone. Hit the music, Todd, again. All right, hit it up.
Sweet, I get first dabs. Let's do it. All right.
I'm interested to see what this is because apparently it's assumed to be a female fragrance, judging from some of the reviews I've seen.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's got some clackers to it.
Everything's got clackers these days, though.
This is definitely feminine.
Yeah, it's definitely feminine.
Boy, it smells good.
I do like it. I don't know. I could see a fucking guy wearing this.
Yeah. Maybe a fucking guy could wear this.
Sorry.
It's a little bit, it does feel like it's got a floral element to it.
It's doing something.
Uh-oh.
And it's when I get close to it. Does it, remember the Abercrombie and Fitch one we did? Had that kind of rubberized tire smell thing?
No, that was the Hollister.
Was it
Yes,
Hollister?
I remember.
Does this kind of have a little bit of that when you get close to it? Or
not yet.
Or a helium balloon?
Not yet. It's sweet, kind of spicy right now. I did see some of the complaint about it being ultra vanilla.
Maybe that's what's making me feel that way about it.
But when I smell it, because I can smell this, my hand on the table, I can still smell this pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And it does have vanilla vibes real hard.
Smells good out the gate, though. I'm just going to tell y'all that.
Miss Anonymous, this could be one to check out if you were curious before jumping in, which, by the way, I know if you go to Neiman's, you can get carded samples of Joe Malone stuff.
Like free? I don't know how that works. Or does
Yeah.
that make you pay?
Yeah, well, you saw the 3 carded samples from Joe Malone, and each one had 2 different fragrances in it.
That is correct.
Now, we went to myfragrancesamples.com to get this 3 ml decant of Myrrh Tonka, but if you're out in Neiman's, I do believe that they give those out.
Sweet.
For free.
You know, when I keep it away from me, I need to start doing this more with fragrances.
Yes.
I keep wanting to bring stuff right up into my nostrils, and that's so dumb.
Yeah, I've never once walked up to someone and gone, wow, what fragrance are you wearing? They say, oh, yeah. I go, hey, where did you spray it? And then I cram my nose right on their neck. Oh, yeah.
You smell delicious, sir.
I can't stop smelling you.
Wait, right here. Don't move.
Yeah. Give my freaking beagle.
Yeah, from a distance, this thing's pretty badass.
Yeah, the closer you get, the more spicy it is.
I kind of get where the one reviewer on Fragrantica, I guess Firefly, I'm assuming she's some type of, what is that? Is that Hunger Games? The Fireflies or some shit like that?
Well, there was
I know that was
series called Firefly, but then it was also in, The Last of Us was the Fireflies.
Who knows? They're
Seek
a fan of
the
one
light.
of those. But I do see where they feel like it leans a little masculine. And there's a couple of fragrances my wife has that are like that. One of them being Mon Guerlain by Guerlain.
Yeah.
But there's something pretty about it. It's like there is a little bit of a masculinity to it.
There's like a tobacco burn when you get really close to it.
Yeah, and this one's similar to that. I really like this. I really do. This is something my wife would love. I actually think she asked if we had this at some point. And so if you're listening, we do, and I'll let you smell it.
She's not listening, but you can take it home.
Listen.
So, yeah, the closer I feel like I get it to my nose on the skin, I feel like it does have kind of a tobacco burn, but further away, and I'm not a huge vanilla fan, but I do like this. Very soft.
It is. It's really pretty. I love this a lot, actually. Okay. Who's wearing it?
For me,
Yeah.
I believe it is a woman 25 to 45.
Agreed. Got their shit together. That's what I'm feeling with this one. Probably runs a business.
Definitely cooler weather fragrance, I would say.
Yeah.
Perhaps you're wearing a pea coat.
The one maybe Paddington Bear would wear?
Maybe. Was that a camel colored pea coat?
Well, that was a blue one, wasn't it? Like a navy blue one?
Was it? I don't know.
Who knows? But yeah, I could see somebody kind of upscale, kind of got their shit together. I kind of vibe.
Yeah, one of these ones that you kind of you walk to work sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Public transit.
Yes. I really do like this.
I could see her just in the hustle and bustle of the, busy city streets, smelling beautiful.
It is really a badass smell. I'm actually quite impressed with this. So 100 ml of this is $145 on Joe Malone's website. I haven't checked anywhere else. I'm sure it's cheaper somewhere. Who knows? But that's another thing. I thought Joe Malone stuff was usually pretty pricey.
I thought it was too. And maybe when we first started this, we were like, 145, fuck,
Now we're like, oh, God.
Well, that's a great deal. 100 mil?
Where do they get that? TJ Maxx?
The fucking rack store bin diving for it. Yeah, this is good, but I will say, just from what we've seen from Joe Malone, I guarantee you this is going to die quickly. So you're
that is my one worry.
Spraying it like crazy.
But to be fair, the last Joe Malone we ever smelled, which did smell amazing, was it sage and sea salt or something?
Yeah.
Smelled amazing, but that one, before the episode was over, was pretty much gone.
Yeah.
That one was really gone. This one's done good so far. And forgive me, Michael, not the one across from me here, but this thing is trending harder than NASDAQ right now. Possibly because it's popular, maybe because it's really a good smell. I don't know, but it is trending hard, and I can see why, because it does smell, in at least my opinion, it smells pretty good.
It does. I could see it, which proposes a certain question, Ryan.
Ask it.
Are you going to skip it?
Sample it.
Or buy it?
What the hell are you going to do, Mike?
For me, it's a skip.
Okay.
Because I feel it is A, very feminine, and B, it's just not my vibe to begin with.
Okay. I feel like you should have answered that differently.
Okay.
I mean, I get it. It is feminine. But if we're reviewing something, even if a female is wanting, if a woman wants to know, I feel like I got to put myself in their shoes. So I'm going to get in my high heels here for a minute, okay?
Yeah, okay. Brutos.
I don't know what it translates to, but I've got huge feet. So I'm going to slam them in these pumps. And I think this is at least a sample. Possibly buy to me. Because
okay, well, let me rewind. Sorry, I was trying to be authentically myself, Ryan.
Oh, sorry.
Because I believe the gentleman listening would also like to know. Okay, here's the deal. And the reason why I said it wasn't my cup of tea is it's very vanilla. I don't mind a more feminine leaning fragrance on me. I wear rose fragrances from time to time that aren't even like the Turkish rose strong, sort of more masculine rose.
Yeah.
Like I do like to wear something more delicate. I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable in my masculinity, Ryan. No issues. So that's why I was answering. The vanilla is kind of throwing me off. It is still very feminine. But for the ladies out there, I do think this is a strong sample it.
I do think it's a strong sample. And I kind of owe Mike an apology. I looked at it while he was rambling on just then. But on Fragrantica, it is listed as for men and women. So this is unisex. But I will say, I agree. I think it leans more feminine.
I think it at least has more of the feminine attention in the market.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe that's because Joe Malone, maybe leans more feminine as a brand.
Yeah.
So for me, it's a skip. For ladies, I'm recommending a strong sample. I think that some of you would really love this.
I agree. I think this is a strong sample, possibly a buy, in my opinion, because I can imagine.
Are you still wearing the high heels?
Yes, I'm still wearing
okay.
But yes, I imagine that this would really rock well with some ladies, man. I really do. So I really like this.
I do too. For me, it's a skip. Ladies, please consider sampling it by going to myfragrancesamples.com, getting you a 2, 3 mil, 5 mil. You'll get a few wears out of it, but also there is this nice little tobacco burn. Maybe that is the myrrh of it. Maybe that's that resinous sort of thing going on. But on the skin, it's got a little intrigue.
Yeah, on the card, it's much softer and sweeter, but on the skin, it's a little bit more punchy. You know?
Yeah, it's interesting for sure and worth the try.
Okay, well, there you go. That's Myrrh Tonka by Joe Malone. And if you like episodes like today and you want to write us and tell us how amazing we are and how you love that we're not sellouts, go to thecolognePodcast.com and there's links there for that. There's also links there to buy some coffees like this young lady who wants to remain anonymous, probably because she wants no affiliation with this garbage podcast.
Right.
But you can also go there, but also you can do exactly what Michael did and check our shit and let us know what we need to fix. And thank both of them for contributing to today's show and being sponsors of it.
Well, that's kind of the big point that I want to say is if you've heard Michael's qualms with the show, which is fine.
Yeah.
And that makes you more comfortable to reach out to us to give us some feedback that maybe isn't 100% patting us on the back.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can take it.
We love
Believe
that.
me, we're big boys. We can handle it. So, yeah, kudos again to Michael for saying that because you're right. Whereas we feel like it was unintentional that we were doing fragrances that were more popular, maybe we just heard about them and they piqued our interest, and that's kind of how we're doing this show, is based on fragrances that we're interested in trying.
Yeah.
So, if you've got fragrances that you're interested in us trying, let us know. That's what we're here for.
TheColognePodcast.com.
And until next time, spray it up, y'all.